Greetings, my fellow homesteaders. Rodamon here. Thank you for tuning in to Stranded Alien Dawn, Episode 5, Winter's Chill. Alright, taking a look at my metals. I am going to start smelting scrap metals until I have 100. But I will start mining the ores that landed as well. And there we go. There's a machine gun turret. Definitely want to get the motion sensor up so it's not powered on all the time. As you can see, it is just consuming power constantly as a result. And that will cause our batteries to drain out. But I don't have the steel at the moment to get that motion sensor built. So that's what we're kind of waiting on. Electronics crafting is going to be really nice to have. We also really need CPU assembly because I'm running out of CPUs, and unless I can salvage them off the ships, we'll be CPU limited. There we go. Making some of the fuels that we need, and then getting the furnaces stoked with the scrap metal so that we can have the metals for this project too. So now this laser turret has all the resources it needs to get built by Quinn. And the motion sensor has all but one of the alloys. I'll probably have the alloy by tomorrow. And that sets up one of our entryways to be decently protected automatically. I'm going to want to probably double the flamethrowers at some point, and then maybe also add some defensive towers for us to shoot out from. But this is a good step one, I think. Do I need to equip clothing manually? Yeah, in many cases you do. I don't really have clothing at the moment to make, to wear rather, because I need to have Simon make it. So actually, that's a good point. Let's have Simon start to focus less on research and more on craft, and that's actually been the case. So I think he's just working at it. So once these guys are up, I'm going to have them start to wear the warmer clothing now that we're seconds from being within fall. So wear the beanie, wear a fresh beanie, and wear a beanie. So now everyone has a good beanie on, and that will keep them a little bit warmer. And then I have coats that I'm queued up with Simon. He's still in the process of making them. But he's also making the animal fuels too, so he's a busy dude. Okay, so we have motion sensors. And what I could do is set these turrets up. So the motion sensor, I'm going to set this to active current 10 or 10, and then control circuits to 10. So this motion sensor will control whether or not these turrets are on. That way I don't have them drawing down power all the time. Flamethrowers, oddly enough, are like not automated. So here, the motion sensor now, when active, or let me just read this, activates when there are hostile animals in range. When the sensor is active, it turns on the devices in its active circuit, 10. When it's inactive, it turns on the devices in its inactive circuit. So you can also have this hooked up to an inactive circuit if you want. The other thing that I could add in here, if we want, is like a floodlight or something like that. but I'm more concerned about the turrets themselves for now. And I have 2 CPU cores left over, so let me figure out what I want to do with them. The turrets are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squares back from the entryway. So I'm going to do maybe a laser over here. And there it is. And then a motion sensor for that as well. There's the last flamethrower, thanks to Simon's fuel production. Emmeline and Lara are salvaging these chunks, hoping to get more CPU cores or equipment that I could use. So far, not so good. Simon's trying to get in a snowball fight, but there's no one outside around. Oh, there they go. Deflected. This could also be a pretty good opportunity for me to start hunting the creatures out here, because if they do get pissed, I can just run into my turrets, and the turrets will sort of help take care of whatever's trying to attack me. How's my meals? Got a very little variety. Definitely could be working on that. And we're about to lose the clothing off our back, so what I might end up doing is suspending the liquid fuel queue and suspending the animal fat queue in lieu of making protective winter clothing. So the current priority now is work on defenses and make winter clothes. Or make clothes. The first jacket is about to get done, it looks like. Just in time, because his spaceship jacket's about to fall off his body. And there it is. Have him wear the first one. Yeah, now he's cold tolerant at a -10 Celsius, which is good, because it's better than what he was at. This turret's getting made. I am not going to have the cores for another one, but 1 turret on one end and 2 on the other seems fine to me. So the active circuit here is going to be 9 and 9. And then we need to flick that to change it, but that means that we won't be keeping this turret on all the time, which is good. I also think that the power pole is too far away to power this up, so I'm going to put a... I'm going to move this here and then put the power pole closer. Mimicking the other side. There it is. Set this back to 9. There. Perfect. And that should help with the batteries being drained out. The other thing I could do for the batteries being drained out is to add some additional like wind turbines or something like that. So I'm going to add a little bit more wind so we don't have brownouts at night. And they don't require CPU cores, which is good because I'm completely out of them now. We did fully salvage the ship chunk, though. A second ship chunk. Right, with the defenses that I have, I don't think it would be a terrible idea for us to start to actively hunt the animals that are out there. As soon as I fix this power shortage problem. As you can see, it's empty in 6 hours. Go easy on the target, man. You're going to break it. You think this is unsightly? I could also build something there just to cover up that hole. It's a start of a root cellar. Yeah, exactly. You're an optimist, aren't you? All right, let's get hunting. Come morning, and use our automated turrets to our advantage. Okay, we did brine out, but now the sun's up, so we're regaining power again. We're about 2/3 into another coat, too. Oh, we have a solar flare. Okay, if we have a solar flare, it might not be the right time to go hunting, because we won't be able to use our turrets as a result. It's also a good reason why not to fully rely upon electric heat, because this stone fireplace is still producing heat even in the middle of the solar flare, but if we didn't have the stone fireplace, it would get pretty cold inside. So diversifying your heat production, pretty handy, I think. So this is the devices with built-in CPU cores. That doesn't apply to heaters in this case, but it does mean that our automated defenses are broken at the moment. That's coat number 2. Done. Man, long solar flare. Still going. All right. Well, I guess it's a day without hunting then. The soldering bench is all set. This soldering bench allows us to make electronic components. So I'll get one crafted up. And then let's take a look at the research tree. Right now we're doing musical instruments, which is fine, but CPU assembly would be nice to have afterwards so that we can make our own. So I don't need to make circuit boards just at the moment because I have 53 salvaged. But it's good to have the bench when I run out of circuits. Or run low. Still solar flare. Come on now. Give me my power back. It's like I'm dealing with Randy Random here. It's like, oh, you wanted power to your base? That's cute. But no. So we're in the thick of winter. It's cold in some of these bedrooms, but not cold enough to cause any damage to our colonists, so I'm not in any rush to add additional heaters. The one with pneumonia. Let's do a quick health check. So she is drunk, but not pneumonia, which is good. And then the others are in perfect physical shape. So she got cured, even without antibiotics. It does go away on its own if given proper medical attention, even if you don't have the antibiotics. Okay, the solar flare is over, so I'm going to hunt these big horned animals. Because they are chewing on my crops, and, well, I can't stand that, so. Let's get our hunters out there. Come on. I might have to force them to do it. There we go. Okay, so they're officially attacking. And I'm going to draft, and I'm going to bring my people over to the entryway and show you what this looks like automatically. So the motion sensor has detected that there's enemies nearby, and the lasers are now turned on, and they are shooting at the big horned animals. And what I can do is I can just lead and lure them through the base, getting them to be shot automatically. Oh, I don't know why this circuit's not working. 10, 10, 10, yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. But yeah, all of the animals are now dead. And ready to be butchered. And I didn't really have to do a lot of fighting on my own. I'm not sure why these didn't turn on, though. Active circuit 10, control circuit 10. Oh, here's a new wave of aggressive animals. Perfect. So, yet another opportunity to show that it's working. I have insufficient fuel. I'm lacking sticks. That's easy to solve. And we have tons of raw meat now in order to cook some things up. So, tasty recipes. I'm going to queue up some meat stew. Instead of the veggie soup and the meat soup, I'll do meat stew. Don't include insect meat. And then also do tasty recipe veggie stew. And for now, I'm going to make it with just buttermelons and animal fat rather than the preserved vegetables, because preserved vegetables last a little bit longer. Another way to get sticks is go to production and go to the... Oh, no, it's in camp, actually. Oh, where is it? I mean, where is the... Huh. I'm not sure. Never mind. Ignore me. I'll figure it out eventually. Oh, the chopping block. Yeah, here it is. Go to the chopping block, and you can chop wood into sticks. That's another way to improve your sticks. That way you don't have to go out to plant to harvest bushes necessarily. You can just use tree fields instead. There we go, our first meat stew. And the game is telling me to go explore, and I'll get around to that. All right, so the animals are now attacking, and I'm going to draft my people, even though it's probably not all that necessary given my automated defenses. And this time, I'm going to draft them and have them hide inside. And there we go. The motion sensor has triggered. And as you can see, the animals are being killed rather quickly and automatically without my much intervention done by me. And flop. So now there's only 2 little bugs left. And they're coming in the front gate. That one's dead. And this is the last one. Dead. Alright, let's butcher them for the insect meat. And this is why I thought it was so prudent to rush automatic defenses, so that the waves that you have to fight can be very easily sort of automated and ignored. Because fighting wave after wave after wave manually gets to be cumbersome, difficult, and deadly. So use turrets when appropriate. Insufficient food variety? Come on. All right, fine. I'll put the quick recipes back too, so there's even more food variety. There. So now I'm doing like, I don't know, 7 different types of meals. Quit complaining, lady. Yeah, there is the fireplace does have a little chimney poking out, which is cute. Oh, we're getting thunder snow. I love thunder snow. Do we have another jacket? All right, yeah, we do. Good. So you are going to put it on. Make sure to stay clothed as best we can. And during the day, our batteries totally top up. I could also make another battery to double our storage. That wouldn't be a terrible thing for me to do, given the amount of alloys and electronic components that we have. It'd be pretty affordable. And that way we won't, we'll limit the amount of potential branding out that we are subjected to. I think there's more snowmen. Yeah, there's significantly more snowmen than there are colonists in this colony. And there we go. So there's a second battery, so we can store up to 2,000 charge instead of 1,000. Good. All right, what are we researching again? Musical instruments? And then CPU assembly. Okay, that still makes sense. I did get leather for the punching bag. Yeah, that's a good call. So furniture. Nope, apparently I don't have enough. I'm only really drying meat here, not the hides. Ooh, and a new ship debris. It's not exactly close to the base, but it's not too far either. And musical instruments is now done, so I could do the handpan and didgeridoo. And I'll get those in here as a stress relief. Okay, that ship debris is gone. Quinn, are you really working? Or are you pretending to work? I think this is a new jacket, so who needs it? Lara does. There we go. So we're about to lose our shirts and trousers and pants, but at least we won't be cold. Logic, yes, I know. I'm going to force Emmeline to haul those hides, hopefully yielding some leather. Because there's a lot of hides just sort of sitting out here that we aren't drying in the rack. And that's why I don't have the leather for the punching bag. Because my delivery activities are kind of lower priority. There we go. 69 hides. That will dry up to some leather soon. When can you do expeditions? When you research the long distance travel, I'll be able to do it. I just have other things that are a little bit more urgent, like CPU cores at the moment. There we go. Getting the instruments. I haven't had a lot of mental breaks. I think I've been handling the mood in the colony fairly well. Only maybe like 2 berserks where they started punching things, and I don't even think I've had a food binge or anything like that yet. So, managing pretty well. Yeah, I see the additional hides out here too. I think, Lara, what I'm going to have you is you are going to prioritize delivery over salvaging. Because she has a movement speed bonus. As part of her personality, she moves faster. So she would be really good as a hauler. So I'm going to employ her as a hauler now. And now I have 128 hides curing. And if I wanted more, there's no shortage of animal just on my doorstep. Alright, I am starting to get pairs of shoes, which is good because ours is about to fall off our feet. So we have an Emmeline and Lara the first set of sneakers. And then I'm also going to sew shirts. We'll do sweaters. And then pants. I'll do trousers. Only made out of cloth, yes. I have an abundance of cloth, and I'm going to reserve the synthetic threads for other things. There they are, playing their instruments. I think it's stressing Quinn out. I'm kidding. Wasn't actually. Alright, how's that research going? It is slow. CPU assembly is a pretty complicated one. Yeah, the clothing on the shelf is pretty much totally ruined. But as far as resources go, we're doing pretty okay. We're almost through half the winter now. We have plenty of food and shelter, and things are going pretty smooth. Getting a little bit of our hunt on. Here's a pretty good comparison of the shorter range laser pistol versus the bow. Simon killed 1 bighorn animal in the time it took Emmeline to kill 2. Oh, and hungry pests. Hello, pests, starving mantises. I'll try to observe them. I'm going to start observing the animals around here for more datum. I don't really have anything for them to eat out in the open because all of my stocks are inside behind doors, so these pests don't have an easy way to gain access to my food because I keep my food either in racks or indoors. So these pests are moving on to somewhere else because there's nothing for them to consume here. Wait, Quinn, you're almost done. They're eating the grain cob. Alright, there we are. Starving hatchling. They are scissor hands as we name them. And these ones are starving at the moment. All right, looks like there's another pair of boots. So I'll have Simon wear that in a second. And here is the information about the big... Oh, no, just finish. Keeps doing 99% of it and then going, oh, yeah, I'm done. They're called Ulfin. And that's the last pair of shoes. So now it's shirts and 2 trousers. No. Yeah, 2 trousers? 2 trousers. So I'm going to reduce the trousers down from 4 to 2 because we have synthetic armor pants for 2 of the people. And both batteries are topped up. Perfect. That's what I like to see. So this does warn you that they will consume unprotected food, carcasses, and harvest the crops. And I don't have anything like that outside, so there's really no risk. Why did these just spin up? Is there an enemy nearby? Oh, there it goes down again. Nothing creepier than your turrets automatically turning on, but you don't know why. And turrets are on again. I think that this is on because the Mantis came within the range of the motion sensor, but then moved away. It's not something we really need to worry about. So sweater number 1 of 4 is coming off the line now. And it makes the most sense for someone that spends the most time outside, like Lara, to wear it. Because she's our hauler. So having her wear it, she benefits from it more than if Quinn or Simon uses it. Because Quinn and Simon typically are inside crafting and researching, so they don't get as cold. So now her temperature tolerance is all the way down to negative 12 and negative 14 for Emmeline. Which is pretty good. Okay, that is the second shirt. And at this point, Emmeline no longer has any ready clothing. We're slowly moving out of all the ready clothing that we have. And mood in the colony is actually pretty good. All in all. So the next big push is going to be after we get CPU assembly for long distance travel, so I can demo the expeditions for you all. And we are getting close to having a huge bunch of hides finished. Hey, Shabelle, you are welcome. I'm happy to be streaming this. So what is my crafting skills at now? 7? That's pretty good. What about your intellect? Quinn. 6. Emmeline's cooking. 8. And Lara's farming 5 and physical 6. Everyone's getting stronger at what they do, which is awesome. Take a look at the research again. Yep, I wouldn't make any changes. Now, between hunting the flathead animals and the olfin, I'm going to go with olfin because the olfin yield hides, whereas the flathead animals do not. But I'm going to observe the flathead animals anyway, just get a little intel off them. And there is shirt number 3, I think. Or sweater number 3. Give that to Quinn. And this is the last sweater, and then we're just down to trousers. 2 pairs of trousers, and we're done for this season. For clothing. It's always helpful to queue up enough clothing that you never have to go without, because you'll be vulnerable. Also, if you have someone that is melee tanking, you should definitely think about creating a set of armor for them as well, like synthetic armor, or carbon armor, or leather armor, because that's going to keep them alive. And the flathead animals we've nicknamed Draka. If I stockpile them, they will equip things if it tatters out. Yeah. All right, Lara, you're idling because you finished that chip chunk. So what can you do, Lara? That would be useful. I have enough sticks. I could actually go for more wood. So I'm going to cut down the evergreen trees over there that aren't part of my nursery. Might as well. And here is CPU cores. Get done any second now. There it is, CPU assembly. And then over here, I can craft CPU cores from silicon and metal alloys. And I'm going to craft until I have, let's say, 5 of them. So that brings silicon as a new important resource for us to have, because it's now involved in making CPU cores. Actually, I'll go to 3 for now, rather than 5. You're surprised Draka aren't considered bugs? Yeah, they do look insectoid, but it's red meat, which is convenient, because insect meat doesn't taste so good. So after CPU assembly, we will have long distance travel. One of the things that you need a lot of for long distance travel is fuels. But we also just got leather off of the drying rack, so let's go ahead and put a punching pole in. I'll put it in the dark over there. The dark rage corner, yeah. And there it is. Something to punch. Is it possible to destroy the tattered clothing? Yes, you can right-click it to dismantle it for some basic resources. So thanks for reminding me to do that. I'll just go ahead and dismantle it for its scrap. And have you put a sweater on. And that way it can refund us a little bit and we don't have to keep it stored. As you can see, they're breaking it down here, turning it into scrap cloth. All right, trousers. You wear a pair, and you wear a pair. Okay, I do believe at this point, everybody is now clothed pretty decently. No one's going to have any exposed to the elements issues, which is great. So that means that Simon can go back to making animal fats again, and then also making liquid fuel. And that's going to be useful for us to do expedition excursions. A new wave of hostile animals, but again, we have our beautiful automated turret defenses, so I don't really need to panic. I'll just let the turrets deal with it. And then one thing I want Simon to do is also to make a CPU core so that I can get yet another turret unlocked. So we have laser, machine gun, laser, and then we need a machine gun here. So that's what we're missing, and we need one core for that. We just got the long distance travel researched, so let's go ahead and research leather armor. Why not? How do you get new people in this game? They either randomly join you or you go on expeditions to go find them. So for long distance travel, we could use a crude hot air balloon to quickly explore sightings on the horizon. So if I go to science here, I can have a hot air balloon allow us to run the expeditions. And I'm going to put it in... I don't know where to build it exactly. I'll put it here. Queen Curiosity, thank you for the resub. I'm also being told that I have insufficient storage space. So one thing I can do for storage-wise is I'm going to pause for just a second and say for these smaller, these ground storages, I don't want raw food, I don't want cooked meals, I don't want fabrics or leather, electronic components, crafting materials, or apparel, or weapons, or medicine, or other. Basically just raw construction materials that does not stack on the shelves. So copy the restrictions there, paste them over here, and then I am going to go to the activities and tell everyone to high priority haul so that we can free up space for additional wood. And we're getting attacked now. I'm actually going to fully ignore this attack and just let my automated defenses deal with it without touching anything. As you can see, they are dropping out of the sky. No problem. Quinn's fleeing right now, but like... as you can see, does not require human intervention really at all. There should be one more Scarve coming in. No, it's just... where is it? It's like messing with my trees. Oh, here it comes. Oh, it's gonna be like that. You're gonna pace, huh? I see you. Can't figure out even how to get to me. I don't attack my trees. Okay. Lara. I'm gonna draft you and have you deal with the Scarabée that refuses to die. Ow, you bit me. And I win. One little nibble, not a big deal. Some things got damaged and we'll automatically repair them. Like some of the wooden wall took some shots. Thank you for tuning in to Stranded Alien Dawn, which originally streamed live on Twitch November 28th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rodamont.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rodamont.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. I'll catch you next episode or upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow stranded.